Welcome to levelupyourgame.net, Level Up TV. Me, Disrepute, joined by Vor. This is the ClanBase Nations Cup 2012. The Ukraine versus Denmark, a Group B match. Could potentially be a decider between which one maybe tops the group, or definitely will have an impact on the chances of each team's qualification.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big game because Denmark, of course, they are the recent, or I don't know, fairly recent winners of the ESL Countries Championship, which was a great tournament. And Ukraine have been playing 24/7 for months, so they're
Ukraine
pretty active,
dominant in their first match.
Yeah, they've been night and day for a long time.
Let's have a look at the teams quickly. 666, Vendigo, Extreme and BZD for the Ukraine. For Denmark, Nitop, ZLC, Amokchen and Vyam. And so we are going to go live on this first map. Purgatory picked by Ukraine.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so following Vendigo off the spawn, getting that rocket launcher spawn by the shards just above the railgun. Now, he didn't even look at the railgun, so I can only presume that a teammate gave him some kind of information on that item.
Yeah.
Which would suggest they either had it or an opponent got it right in front of them.
So we have a time on Parapstis.
I do not have a time on the Parrots.
Oh, nor do I. So it could take us by surprise.
They could spawn at 30 seconds.
He nearly stole that
to 59 seconds. Yeah, almost grabbed, but Vendigo does have it. He has a lightning gun in hand. But he's only got 17 health. Look at that. That's 2 great kills and removing that lightning gun from the map. But look at this. They're going to miss out on the battlesuit.
What,
no.
Double power?
Wow. Extreme did get it. He did go down. Who has the quad?
BZD, I think.
BZD. Okay, let's switch around. He does, yeah. Good call there.
Yeah, and
moving
he'll
into the
the
red.
time,
Oh!
because his team took the previous.
I thought Niops were going to spawn and dive on it in front of him, but
And he's back for that next railgun, so, you know, really good routes that BZD's taking with this quad.
yeah, really nice play from VZD, and look at this, 3 frags on the board for them. Taking a 9-5 lead, and they're in control of the railgun spawn time and the red armor. Look at this, aggressing as well. Great rockets. Oh my god, Nitop's going to go down as well. That mega health tempting. Amokchen does manage to grab it, but he's going to take a lot of damage.
He does go down as well, so this is really nice stuff from Ukraine. They've got times on all the important items. And, you know, they've got the resources to challenge for them as well.
Drop rail though, BZD. Vyam manages to take that away from him. He didn't move into the red, and actually I think the red was empty, so could have been a good opportunity.
He might not have the time.
Well, there it is, time up now. He would have heard that, I would presume.
Yeah.
Being taken. It's a good position to rail up at that bounce pad. Of course, if they don't got the bounce pad, you kind of know they're going down the stairs, and there you go, you can counter them at the mega here. Look at that great push, that's a brilliant attack from Vendigo.
He was really annoyed by him though, that he missed that rail as Vendigo was coming straight at him. Not a shot he'd expect to miss.
30 seconds until the power-ups. Quad is a second before the battlesuit, which is pretty insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Don't generally see massive delays in the power-ups here, but
Vendigo really,
wow.
I don't know how he managed to not hit a shot there.
I tell you what, the Nitops is in a perfect position because the upper yellow, if he stays around here, is only in 5 seconds. Well, he's decided to move across. That was a pretty unfortunate time to move across, but he did get away with it mostly. 2 plasma gun players taking him down eventually.
Chances of that.
That's very unfortunate, and ironically, I mean, if he'd stayed, he would have got the upper yellow.
That's a double power up again, by the way, this. I mean,
Double power up again. Who's
Denmark
got the other?
Really suffering on his power ups. It's extreme with the quad. He's waiting around for the red, but you know he's going to be waiting a few more seconds, which will use up a lot of that quad time. Moved out now, just in time to see the red below him.
Yeah, you're going to leave it for a teammate. I'm not really sure why you would necessarily leave it for a teammate there. I mean, he has got 29 armor, but you could do with a red, and considering his weaponry, he's got a rail and a lightning gun, I think he might have been happy to take that, but it doesn't take any damage yet anyway.
Yeah, good areas that the Ukrainians are taking up here. Wow, a lot of damage with the shotgun. I was going to say good areas they were taking up, you know, above that red armor. It's a good position to hold, but Denmark have suddenly moved in and totally destroyed them.
Look at that. Absolute annihilation there. Nitops has got a time in the rail, seemingly the perfect time on it. Get an easy kill on BZD. He has a nice run of frags there, actually, up in that upper corridor, and then moving through to the railgun position. and up a yellow. And back for the Mega. So we see this is a traditional Danish skill, we'll say, which is really accurate timing of items. Being there on the second to grab them and taking control of most of the items on the map. We'll have to have a look how they're doing tactically in that area though. 8-2 on reds for Ukraine. 9-6, 10-6 in favour of Denmark on the yellows, and 4-3 on the megs. It's pretty even then across the board, but the reds quite a big advantage for Ukraine at the moment.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It does seem like for the majority of the game, Denmark haven't really been able to get into red or get a good idea of what the timing of red is, so it's difficult to make those pickups.
Night Ops is playing an absolutely stunning period of play. Maybe 2 minutes of this, or a bit less than that, but coming up to this quad, he's going to do a lot of damage here. That's a good, important counter by Extreme there with the shotgun. I think he wanted the battlesuit, but here's the first power-up pickup for Denmark. And they had brought it back to a 9 frag margin when that was picked up. Priam is only 1 health. Oh my god, gotta be careful. That's probably better than he could have done anything else.
Yeah, his health was so low that he would have just got machine gunned down if he didn't do that anyway.
So the first quad goes to Denmark. Didn't really get anything out of it. But it's going to be important that they actually get power-ups on this map. The first 2 power-ups they dropped. Both of them.
Yeah, I mean, you'd say almost that they're actually not in that bad a position considering they gave up all of the first 2 power-ups, 2 sets of power-ups.
Yeah, 4 power-ups. And if you look at the power-up times on them as well, I mean, we've only got 9 seconds of quad for Denmark. We've got a whole minute. That's full runs there with the quad.
Yeah.
41 seconds battlesuit as well.
You'd have to say it's almost a missed opportunity. I mean, they could be 20, 25 frags ahead if they'd have really taken full advantage of both double power-ups. Instead, it's only an 11 frag margin, which I think Denmark, considering their pretty poor start, will be quite happy with.
Definitely. The other teams in this group, UK and Portugal. So, I mean, every single result in this group is really quite important. Actually, the match we were talking about was the Ukraine versus Finland. That was the first match of this group that we saw. And Finland actually didn't play a second map because Ukraine were just so dominant.
Yeah.
And Finland just decided to quit the tournament. Just thought we can't compete with this, I guess.
Strong Ukraine were that it made a team quit the tournament.
8 seconds to go until the battlesuit. There is a couple of seconds delay until the quad. Again, Ukraine got players in decent positions to defend it. Although look at this, he manages to grab it, but there was 3. There was 3 Danish players around it, but they were just too late in to get into the positions to actually damage him.
And he survived as well. I mean, that battlesuit, of course, enhanced survivability. It doesn't matter how many he's going against, he's always going to have a good chance. Survived long enough to get a red as well. So. This is really poor power-up play by Denmark. Or is it just great power-up play by Ukraine?
Still following Bendigo. Only gets 1 frag in that quad run. Effectively a second one though, he did, and then just getting the frag there in the red room. It's boosted their lead up though, that double power-up.
Yeah, a lead of 16, but, you know...
Not massive.
Again, it's not massive considering they've now had 3 double power-ups.
It's actually... not what we expect from Denmark at all. They're usually very solid on power-up pickups.
Yeah, and you know it's going to be very difficult for them unless they can improve on their power-ups.
The other thing, of course, about it, looking at the quad times. Wait 1 second while Denmark move in. Viam.
That was a nice
was that 4 frags or something?
But I'm not sure if they got the red out of it or if it was picked up just as they moved in.
What I'd say is that Denmark's power-up play has been poor because even if you say that the Ukraine's is good, they still managed to get a full 1 minute 30 out of their 3 power-ups, and that just shouldn't really happen. I mean,
out of their 3 quads,
yeah. 3 quads, yes. So even if you say Ukraine were really good at setting it up, I mean, you just don't expect a completely free pick-up of a power-up and clean run.
No, we saw in the last one that Denmark actually did commit, I think, at least 3 people to suit, but weren't able to come away with it, and Ukraine had 1 person manage to get that suit.
They look, they're a lot better set up this time. We're following Viam still. He's on this rocket launcher side. Look at this attack from Ukraine, and Viam's just been down in the void, but Nightops coming out with that battle suit could do with that rocket, and it is actually dropped.
Oh, double power up for Denmark.
Wow. And that was just going to the battle suit early.
Yeah, with a good setup as well this time.
Give him the shotgun. Amokshin dropping it there to Viam. See Nightops with that battle suit still in that red room. Viam's going to find it difficult to really do anything in this position. Extreme don't really know what he's trying to do there. Probably should have just escaped from the quad.
I love kills like that.
Is he timed out? Well, it looks a very low ping on the scoreboard, which suggests he is probably actually 999. So we get a chance to look at the scores. Vendigo, your key guy, as you pointed out, plus 16 net there. The rest of his team are actually in negative net.
Yeah, well, I told you so.
Yeah, Nightops, we saw his pretty impressive passage of play there with plus 8 net, 3.9k damage, the highest on the server. And then I guess just looking at the pickups is going to be interesting. 10 more red armors going to the Ukraine at the moment. Obviously suggests they've probably got more lightning guns as well, which is such an effective killing weapon.
Does surprise me is ZLC sitting on a minus 18 net, and said recently after seeing various games from that he's participated in how well he's been playing, and gonna want to turn that around because he has been doing well recently, and this is totally unusual.
Well, I think we were thinking of Exu earlier, weren't we? By the way.
Maybe. Yeah, possibly.
I think he played in the
Still think there's someone else. But, worries. Don't worry about that.
I'm going to actually switch around to Vendigo now. He is 173. Let's have a look at 34% LG, 17% plasma, 52% rocket, 0% rail. Hasn't really had a rail then, I would presume.
Prepare to fight. 3.
No.
Let's see what the top guy on the server can do. Equal in frags, in fact, with Nightops though. Just a much bigger net. Obviously using that red armor to survive a bit longer. ZLC does some serious damage to him. He has got the rail. And he's 7 health. Probably going to palm it off to a teammate who's following him. Or not.
Well, yeah, ZLC comes away with that rail in the end.
That was silly. I mean, wow, that was
he gets
also
away his rail.
a little bit silly by ZLC. I think he felt he was spawned on there, but I think he had time to have switched away from it. Even if you're going to dive on 2 5s, I mean, there's only 10 extra health, so...
I have to point out as well that the score has closed in pretty dramatically. Denmark got that one double power-up, and, they've perhaps made better use of that one opportunity. They've really closed the score in, down to 6 when it was up as high as 16 or so.
As we follow Extreme sitting on this upper yellow, might want to sort of wait around the yellow area, considering the battlesuit timing. Misses out on the lower yellow, but hits the rail on the player that did gather it. I think that was ZLC.
Yeah, which is perfect because he doesn't have to kill that player to have done a good job. He's just dealt out 80 damage to the guy who just picked up an armor, and he hasn't taken any return. Although
that rail, that nowhere there is ZLC.
Those rails were intended for him. They were just hitting him anyway.
ZLC going to defend it from above. If he drops his rocket, it'd be dangerous. But actually did the right thing and managed to dive off before he died. That's really actually intelligent play there. Nightops with the mega health, and now with the battle suit. Oh, that's a cheeky rail on Vendigo with their quad, and there is Nightops with that battle suit. That's great LG from Vendigo. He's only got 11 health himself though, and he goes down in the back.
Bot.
In the bot. It is a 1 frag margin Ukraine as we're following Nightops just running down this battlesuit. Only a few seconds left on that. He's not really going to get any more than the couple of frags he got on that run. Still haven't quite managed to tie the game yet.
No, I think once they do, it might worry Ukraine a bit that they've managed to tie this, because I mentioned it before, missed opportunity at the start of the game with those 3 double power-ups to really put this game, well beyond Denmark, at least at the start, and they didn't do it.
Nice route from Nightops as his opponent just came through that water corridor. I'm going to cycle around a little bit though. Oh, damn double switch thing. What if Viam has got a bit of armor? He's at the railgun position with the shotgun, just getting countered in the back from skills. Extreme though.
But his teammate shoot him, or did someone pop out and shoot him from somewhere?
Are you sure? I think you might be right about his teammate just giving a quick shot in. And let's have a look at ZLC's stats. 43% LG, 46 rather. Pretty effective stats and don't really make any sense.
Well, he is top
net.
damage on his team, but he's doing it at the cost of a lot of kills to himself.
I can only presume that his focus has been the red armor room, which Ukraine have held a strong lock on, as we see 20-9 on the red armors. 11 in the advantage now on that.
But yeah, really, might at this point be the only thing keeping Ukraine barely ahead, because as much as they've had power-ups, I don't really think they've made great use of them.
Battlesuit in 3, Vendigo backing off to it. Looks like his opponent's right in front of it. Does take out ZLC, managed to go down himself. Skills Extreme taking damage in the back from the plasma. Viam picking up the quad. Looks like a fresh spawner pretty much. He had taken a little bit of damage even, but didn't have a weapon. He can't go through that teleporter now. It's too risky, especially with 70 health. Sends a teammate in ahead of him. Oh my god, those absolutely sublime rockets right into the face of the Battlesuit player. Oh, nice rail from Triple Sex. And so I'm just going to cycle around then, buy him off the spawner with the railgun. That's some great rockets though on the Battlesuit, and then a nice rail to take out the quad there for.
Mate, switch to ZLC. He's got the equipment to make things happen at the moment.
Switching round to ZLC. 150 armor here. Lightning gun in hand. Fresh spawner right behind him, or through the teleporter. Wait, it's a fresh spawner anyway. Triple
He used a
going
lot
down.
of that lightning gun ammo, which he needs to find another gun to, go with that massive stack of armor he's got.
Interestingly, I mean, Denmark haven't actually managed to get it back to a draw yet, or just taken it ahead.
No, it's been really close. A couple of frags in it for quite a while now. But I think Denmark are more than happy with this. Considering how far behind they could have been. I think they'll feel that they'll actually be able to, tie the game up and take the lead, just with keeping up what they're doing at the moment.
Nice rockets from ZLC, but he did take so much damage. Does go down, following Triple Six, only 13 health. Let's have a look at some of his stats though. They weren't actually very impressive, particularly. Viam though, 51% rail. Pretty dominant. 26 LG, not as high as we normally see from him.
No, I don't know if that's due to maybe inactivity slightly, but normally you see Viam dominating.
Oh!
Lightning
And that was
gun.
the Battlesuit eliminated. The switch around to do the quad. Triple X takes it. He even has some armor. Had to go a shaft and a shotgun. He's taken a lot of MG damage. I'm not sure he bothered. Should have waited there, to be honest. But 50 is up, and the red is up now. Decides to just leave it to a teammate. Just missing out on that upper yellow as well. Got to be careful with the rocket launcher. He was cautious. Well played. 5 frags on this run actually. Make that 6.
And
Amakchen
look
going
what
down.
that's done to the score all of a sudden. We were so used to seeing for a few minutes there just a couple of frags in it. They've really opened up a good lead again. 15 frags in it.
Yeah, and it's getting to that point where it's getting serious now, because we've only got just under a quarter of the map left and only 2 cycles of the power-ups left to spawn now.
You have to say though that was probably the first really good quad run from Ukraine, and if they could have just done that earlier when they were absolutely dominating the power-ups, we might already be looking at saying that this is game over on this map if they'd have really made good use of them.
And BZD has only got 4 health, probably be shot by a single bullet, and he was. Night Up's going down. He's going to cycle around to somebody who is alive though. ZLC, he gets frags. Endigo's only got 8 health. Misses out on the Mega, but he's there to do some damage to Amakchen, who did pick it up. Amakchen goes down. Switch around to Viam, fresh off the spawn, gets a machine gun kill, and now lightning gun in the hand. 3 seconds to go until red. Might want to pick that up and then move towards the Battlesuit area. Because that's the last red before the power-ups. Amakchen grabbed it, so I'm going to switch around to him. He's 100 rocket launcher in hand, but got to be careful of these grenades. Oh no, one actually hits him, takes away most of his armor. Triple Six. Goodbye.
I guess maybe he just wanted to die. If he was low health, it's maybe a decent decision.
If I saw Amakchen with a rocket launcher in front of me, I think I'd commit suicide as well.
Maybe.
Look at that, it's like some kind of hyping statement there. Triple Six with the mega health, shotgun in hand, quad damage. Teammate just takes red ahead of him. Does drop the old. Okay.
Didn't pick
That
it
was a
up, took the
big
rocket.
mess up there, because It cost him damage, and he doesn't have the right weaponry to really counter that battle, so he has to back off.
I'm actually glad he did that.
Whoa!
Wow.
Nice heavy shotguns there. ZLC coming round the corner, just popping around, and gets the end of the
That
battlesuit
was
runner.
a really good decision he made to actually back off away from red armor when he got hit by that direct rocket. I mean, we often see so often that the quad just tries to force the fight in a terrible position just because, you know, they feel they have to, but, you know, you saw what 666 did just then. He decided to totally back off, and he totally caught the battlesuit out, didn't he?
It is going to take for something pretty impressive now. It's 20 frag margin. We've only got 2 minutes, 15 seconds left, and one set of power-ups left to spawn, and the Ukraine have been pretty effective at least getting one power-up for most of the map, if not two.
Yeah.
And their power runs, you have to say, have probably been much more effective.
Yeah, I'd say so, and, you know, I think they'll be almost breathing a sigh of relief that they're in this position, because we saw how close Denmark brought it back, despite how good a opening to the game the Ukraine had, and so they would have possibly been worried for a while that they were going to actually let this match slip away
Wow,
from
look
them.
at those frags from 666. Taking out the whole Danish team there, securing that red armor. It's going to be the last one before the power-ups. 15 seconds to go until the battlesuit spawns. Just going to have to move it away though. Only 8 health. Mega health won't be his. It will be Viam's, who's going to wait for the quad. It's probably an intelligent play there. But this machine gun's just going to whittle down his extra health advantage. Bendigo making sure 100,000% of the victory there by just grabbing that battlesuit, I think.
What percent?
1,000%.
It's 100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty impressive from the Ukraine. You know, they certainly dominated the opening to the game. I'd still say again, for like the 50th time, that I do think they should have probably sewn this game up in the earlier stages when they were so dominant. But, you know, Denmark did fight back well for a while. But you'd have to say that it's fairly surprising that Denmark just weren't really contesting that red for pretty much the whole game. 29 pickups to 15 in Ukraine's favour. I'm kind of surprised at that, because I believe Denmark have got more than enough aim to match them fighting over the red.
Well, it's the de facto standard tactics as well, isn't it, of this map, that you control that red room, you fight over that red room. I mean, I didn't even really see them countering the red pickups that much.
No.
Even if you're not getting the reds.
See damage from above,
yeah,
you know, shooting down onto the red, but we didn't see that much of that either. So, good win for Ukraine, but I think DM14, unless they've really been practicing it a lot, Ukraine, it could be a different story on that map.